Oh, world of YouTube. Terrible sight here. And I can actually say I'm very excited to see something happening in the Maura Murray case. And it's going to be a series on a very local streaming channel, I guess. God, I covered this case. And unlike any other case, this has so many people involved. Between witnesses, where she was last seen, who she was with, up until her, time that she took off by herself, heading to some type of a, vacation spot for herself, and then meeting her demise by what I think, in my thoughts and theories on this case, was someone who was stalking her. I mean, there's so much stuff in this case, man, that I didn't realize I had maybe 100 videos. But, and this is the case that I mentioned something that the police knew about, but never released it to the public. And I've been meaning to get back to this person to see, or maybe get back into seeing if there's anything else I can mention. Because, I got so many videos I can't even remember half what I said. I mean, I kind of do, but, diving into that, there are some main points that I made. And that's the thing with this case, man. I getting into this and seeing and figuring out different pieces of a puzzle, because this case is a puzzle and a maze in its own. And I'll tell you, people are gonna go mad. And this is it's a good thing that they're doing this, but also it's kind of bad because people are going to be driven crazy with this case. Because there's so many things you can say that was there. Even the thought, theory, idea of the law enforcement being involved. Of, some private farmer out in that area being involved with his kids, and, the locals, and, oh man, the list goes on. But the main thing in this case that I believe is the most important of all, is that goddamn red pickup, which was seen by a witness, seen it had mass plates, didn't get the stupid number off it. The search for that pickup should have went all up and down the East Coast. Even though it came from Massachusetts, if I was a head of law enforcement for a search like that, every goddamn red pickup. And there was a Cheyenne pickup. One of them pickups with the side step on the bed. And they don't make too many of them trucks, I can tell you that. I mean, just a handful that was made that I can, remember in my time, because I'm a huge, love the old antique vehicle buff. I love them. I love looking at old vehicles. I love the dynamics of how they were made. Very better than what they're made today, I can tell you that. But that was a very unique truck. If I was a head of law enforcement and that witness came out with that, would have been, there was a search, but not long enough. That means if I was a state trooper, every goddamn truck I seen that was red and had that style body, I would have been pulling over. I don't care. Oh, I see your headlights out. Oh, no, it ain't out. Oh, I'm sorry, mate. And I would have got that person, man. You know, the laws need to be changed. And if anybody ain't got nothing to hide, you know, really, then they shouldn't have the, you know, even if it don't have to be a light out, it's just a search for a red pickup. We need to search it. And there was distinctive stickers on that pickup. And the sad thing about it now is when this happened in 2004, that fucking pickup could be long gone. And that's another thing. Because I'm for damn sure you don't see it on the road no more. And even if it was, and I think what had happened and gave this idea a long time ago that it could have went to the junkyard. But if I was an officer, I'd be friggin', and they take titles. They take, you know, inventory every time they take a vehicle in. And that would be the first damn thing that I'd be looking into if the search for the pickup just got, you know, cold. I'd have went straight to junkyards. So, a lot of things that, you know, to me was bad investigation. Crazy things happen in this case. Even though this girl, yes, was an alcoholic, got drunk, smashed a car just before her, you know, she's going through a lot of stress with her boyfriend and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, no one has an excuse for drinking and driving. But I think, you know, and everybody was blaming that on that. You know, she got in an accident and blah, blah, blah. And who knows what state of mind she was in. But I swear that pickup picked her up and led her to her demise. And that is the only damn thing that, to me, in this case, that I've covered on my own, is what really needs to be looked at. And there is the brother-in-law supposedly had that type of pickup truck. He had a red truck. So, I mean, there's the possibility of her sister's husband or, yeah, boy, whatever he was at the time. I think they weren't married, but he could have been involved. But all one leads back to the 112 dirt bag. And I can tell you right now, I went on that man's page. I still got stuff screenshot off his page. And that, what was it, Twitter? Yeah, I think it was Twitter. That he has an account. And the things he was coming out with, boy, oh my God. His brother could have been involved in something, literally, say so, the, Molly Bish case. He mentioned that, and I screenshotted it, and I still have it to this day. That man, the 112 dirtbag, is still one of my top of the list suspects. You know, the crazy crap that guy did, man, was ridiculous. And if you don't have nothing to hide, and if you don't have, you know, he even had tickets at the ski lodge for like around the same time as this girl went missing. Like the day before, something more on that day. So, I mean, that guy, I don't know whatever happened to him. You know, they ruled him out as a mental case. Not stable, but he's the main, one of the number one main suspects, I believe, had something to do with it. Because not only that, he had to pull his little anniversary video on YouTube, laughing and then winking his eye, and then you know, all the crazy stuff he came out with, especially the golf club club out there in the mountains of where the body could be picture, Oh man, I got everything up on my page if no one's dug deep into this case. And I mean, there's so much stuff in this that'll make your head spin. And like I say, I think it's going to drive people insane before they even find out who did it. Because that red pickup truck is would be the number one lead I would be on. Because how they went, and they were only doing a search in New Hampshire. The friggin' truck was from Massachusetts. They should have did an all bulletin lookout on that through the whole state police department. You would have found that pickup. You would have found your murderer. They never did. Because they never searched enough for that pickup. Sick. But let's see what this is. I don't know if I'm going to be able to watch it. You probably have to pay for this series channel. But if I get a glimpse of it, I would like to start watching it. Just to see what they come out with. But I guarantee they ain't going to come out with that damn pickup truck. Too much. Like I say, they didn't do enough searching on that pickup. Of course, there's Maura Murray herself. They even had a friggin' thought theory on this girl being in a cult, for Christ's sakes. And it's like, oh, give me a break. Because the picture they put up of the girl did not look like Maura Murray. There was some similarities, but I did a face recognition of my own. And there was no way in hell that was her, so. Unbelievable, man. This case is insane. Insane. Just as much as the people who are involved. What was just overlooked in that red pickup. That's the only thing I speak of is that red pickup. I did get a comment from Thunderbolt. She did, give up on the case for a while, but it's only obvious because she said she was going to go back into it, but, there's not much more you can look into but that red pickup. And even she, lost touch with the looking up on stuff. Because why? Because there's really not much to look up. Especially when the red pickup is the only piece of evidence that was not thoroughly looked for good enough. There were things that she was brought to this house. There was things that she was held captive. Oh, man, you can't even go over the list on how much stuff is in this case. And that's what makes it different and unique from every other case out there. Because all the other cases don't have these witnesses, don't have these people. Even the bus driver at the time was considered a suspect. And it's like, wow. And all he did was go out to ask her for help, and she denied it, but he called the cops anyways. And yeah, it's insane. But if I don't catch this, and if someone does catch it, keep me informed to let me know what it is, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to watch it, but this is pretty cool, though. Sparked that memory. I know I did in my stuff, and I never, watched anything. Only went on based of what I read and what I went through the case of my eyes, my thoughts, theories, and ideas. And I caught the attention of someone, especially when you're saying something about something that the cops know of and never released. That's how I do my investigations, folks. Hopefully something comes out of this, but I'm sorry, I don't think nothing will, because of the simple fact of that red pickup needs to be found. High demand on the red pickup. Other than that, be safe, take care, and always beware. Because, this one, hopefully died, but he's still out there. Hopefully died a long, slow, painful death. Hopefully Corona caught up with him and killed him. But other than that, he's still out there, folks. Even another serial killer was mentioned for this, but he was in California at the time, so, you know, Isaac Keys, I think his name was. So much stuff. Check my stuff out if you haven't. And be careful, because this case will twist your mind out.